there's still Cyclops presence and Shower, which they're trying to find a fight here. There's not been an active clear. The first goes against them. Chibisu taken off the board. Ramu very quickly does get some of that. But Ayagator stepping in on stage almost misses Iana. It doesn't really feel like the site is in the basement.
Did allow the hatch to be opened up. Anderton will find Mag as well. Katarada comes around now on that kitchen, and as you mentioned, doesn't feel like it's the basement at all, because this is the Cyclops playstyle. They'll bring that fight to anywhere but the site itself. And as Choppy just decides to go for a quick hop in, realizing how many were off site, meets the last player that was actually watching him.
Slip themselves round onto the opposite angle. They're going to rotate the buck round, maybe try and force some of the momentum onto Attic, but it's Black Ray. Takes the wide swing, takes the head off the player sitting at the top of white. The second steps in and almost suffers the same fate, but Lily's able to actually win it out. Another Cyclops player tucked under a window, more than happy to sort of wait with bated breath and an open maw and jaw to see if they can bite down on the player, and there it is. Blinded, but still takes the kill. Gatorada finds Choppy. They're sort of waiting for the chance to swing round. There's the pop, the reveal. The player's caught out instantly with 10 seconds. I think it's very confident to say this is a second Cyclops round.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be. Anderton at least gives his life away, and they're still a bit aggressive out there. I believe Gatorada with a pistol as well, hoping to lock out that final kill. The drop shot, but the time runs out.
The way out of Dorms itself, and actually no, they're gonna hold on. Anderton gets the first fight into his favor. Choppy takes a lot of damage. The Doc is still pretty peachy though. He's sort of pre-firing back in, and he finds the second.
As the top floor slowly being taken under control right here, Lily spots out Ayagator right next to the, well, semi-broken barricade, and at least brings it back so slightly up to a 3-on-3.
Anderton's still holding the long angle. They're flashing it out, but look at the timer, 18 seconds. The spray through the soft, and it's Anderton to win it out, put the kit cold. It's above a hatch, but without them up there, it's just going to have to be a fight blind through. Suzu sees a bit of a backline here. They're able to take them out, leaving just Anderton by himself. 2 seconds, no kit though. It's an Anderton round.
Gemini Replicator to be spotted out, and that means Black Ray basically will have to get out of there, or at least reposition to be in a bit of a fighting position, and does exactly that. Finds one, but they're already in on the top of white. Bottom of white, sorry. Ramu will find that refrag, and that allows him to now take control of that top floor quickly. Need to be isolating these players of Cyclops. That's always been a bit of a weakness here, as Ayagator somehow wins that out and falls back down. It starts to unleash back into the fight. It's gifted a second kill. Choppy falls.
20 seconds. They've got to try and brute force their way through 3 different angles, pre-firing and popping. Oh, there's the first. Suzu C's gone off the board. The grenade is just going to put itself into the little box pocket, but the other two have a different idea. 4 in a row for Cyclops.
Earth the pin being pulled out, they knew they had to go for it, because otherwise it could have been a potential 1v1.
Gatorada does have a hatch to try and escape through. He's spraying through all the softs, though. He wants to play this out as long as possible for that reason. Choppy, and this is a frequency of this game, is Cyclops will take the first body and then get the follow-up played.
That's it with Cyclops, right? They just always lean in. They don't know what falling back is. It's just not in their vocabulary. They just continue pushing. They continue swinging. They continue taking the fight, even if they are in a 1v5 situation. And you know what? They can even still win it at that point. It's only up to Chibisu now. Finds a down onto Black Ray to kill eventually as well, but he's playing with that DMR inside the bedroom. He's going to be wall banged as well. There's 3 players in the same room. We'll get the injure, but not the kill eventually. Gets taken down by Suzu C, and that is going to be 0-5 for Cyclops. Choppy will find Anderton. That is going to be that dock removed. It was a difficult angle to take, and that leaves Black Ray in a very difficult position here.
Oh, they spray too high. The pings are lower now, though. They're down. The swing goes out. Suzu C gets the lock-in, gets the second. And Cyclops, as you said, don't have a word for retreat. They have several for aggression. Ayagator finds Lily in the meantime. They're still progressing. I sort of called that as an idea because Max just stayed above the hatch to drop and try and get the plant. They've opened the back end. The flash is round but hits himself, unfortunately. The cover from the buck either side waiting for the swing. The first player leans in, gets 2! Huge play there by Ramu to lock in the other end. There's a rotate round the back end. Mac finds the last, and FNATIC find their first just before the turn of the half. 5-2. It's
quite a disappointment there from the Cube barrier, but live on as Ramu just goes aggressive either way. Find happens. Black Gray takes him out. That's the freezer slightly under control again.
Yeah, Rami's doing his best to try and put the pressure on. They've got the ping on the player around Shaiko. Ayagata just drops into the site and gets one. Anaton and Ayagata get one apiece as well. And there's a drive back. Rami doing his best for the swing. Anaton's the one that wins it out. And Mag is suddenly all that's left from what was such a good start. CYCLOPS hit the drop on the hatch. Hitting themselves onto dorms. It's a fight here. Rami's been able to creep himself around onto the back as the breach comes against him. He's looking for a player, but he's found himself a little bit alone and empty. There's the swing round as one more comes against them.
Where are you going to go, bro? He was suddenly in the top 4 there.
50 seconds. Black Gray digging himself around the top of white stairs. Choppy's holding off Pit to the best of his ability here. They're just sort of slowly swinging out. It's an important fight. There's the scratch damage. There's Black Gray getting the last. They're looking for what they can only sort of do here as the last-ditch effort. Choppy holding on with the C4. He has it still in pocket, but there's so much pressure coming against him. He can't pre-fire every which way, and there it is the last way. 7-1. CYCLOPS, a terrifying day where at points they were playing Siege, at points they were playing a beat-em-up, but at all times were playing with a confidence that really took over.